All right, I'm the Flight Rate Master. Today we're talking about, is your shop service ready for the cars you work on? Okay, so what do I mean by service ready? That means you have the equipment, the tools, and the knowledge to work on the cars you work on. Unfortunately, a lot of shops are very poor at doing this. Now, disclaimer, I am talking independent repair shops, not dealerships, independents. This video and my Wednesday video are going to be focused on independent shops. Obviously, if you're a dealer, you have factory tools, factory special tools, and factory training. So you should be pretty prepared. Not always, but you should be. So when I'm talking about in an independent shop, are your technicians, have they gone to training for hybrids, for electric vehicles? Are they even trained on the vehicles you currently see? Can you program modules on Fords? Can you program modules on BMWs? Can you do the stuff you need to do to fix those cars? And unfortunately, a lot of shops that, like ours, like the one I'm in right now, we work on many makes and models. So it's kind of hard to have all the special tools you need, i.e., suspension presses and timing tools and all that. It's really hard. As a shop owner, do you go out and prepare to work on those cars knowing they're going to be coming into your shop? And depending on your clientele, you really should. Now, we all know OE scan tools are going to be the best. No matter what, going to be the best option for ultimately fixing cars is the OE scan tool. And yes, you kind of need all of them. It's obviously not feasible for most shops, including this one. They're expensive, difficult to maintain because, you might, use an aftermarket scan tool 90% of the time. The 10% you really need this, it's sometimes hard to justify. A lot of shops can get by with doing a lot of stuff with a J-Box. Not everything you're gonna be, hung up with a J-Box on a lot of makes and models, but it's a way to get your headed in the right direction, so to speak. The technicians that use this are going to have to be trained. And around here, me and Bam Bam are about the only ones that do programming, simply because, we're trained. Mostly I'm the one that does the programming just because I have the most experience with it, but I will let Bam Bam program. So, it's not like I'm, if he gets a programming, he gets a programming. Anybody else in the shop, I'm a little more hesitant to let them do programming because lack of experience. I'm gonna start pushing them towards doing it, but my point is are your technicians trained if you're a shop owner? Are you buying special tools for those vehicles coming in? The 2.0 Volkswagens. If you see a lot of Volkswagens, you probably should have a lot of special tools because they require a lot of special tools. You should already have the injector resizing dies so you can resize the seals. So when you pull an injector, you can replace the seal. Same with BMWs. But do you have those timing tools? And unfortunately, most shops are not proactive at buying equipment like that. They're reactive. Unfortunately, I don't agree with. I think you should be more proactive. Now, obviously, you get something weird in the shop, you're probably not going to have that tool. But if you see in that vehicle all the time and it's a common failure, like Volkswagen TSI diamond chains, you probably should have those special tools. Last week I posted a video about the Ford EcoBoost timing belt driven engine on an Escape. The water pump is not driven by the timing belt, but it is behind the timing belt, so you have no choice. You have to take the belt off to get the timing belt out. Well, that engine requires timing tools. We have those timing tools. And it's one of the things we at this shop tend to do is we start seeing vehicles, we start proactively getting those tools to be service ready for when those come in. It's incredibly important for your customers to be prepared to work on their cars. Training is one of the things that is sadly lacking in this business. Sending your technicians to get updated training on Volkswagens or Chevys or whatever you work on, it's important to, let's be honest, pull out that wallet and send them to training so they're prepared for what's going to be coming in the door. Now, at a dealership, obviously, the manufacturer auto ships special tools, so until they get missing from, technicians, putting them in their own personal box instead of putting them in the tool room, they should have those special tools. And a lot of technicians that are at dealerships will tell you that, they'll buy their own special tools if it's a job they see a lot, because it's worth it to them to have the special tool. Now, again, this video is more about shop owners. Shop owners really need to step up and make their shops service ready for the vehicles they work on. Working on cars is not getting easier. Something as simple as a brake job now requires a scan tool in a lot of cars. You see it on, various online forums and whatever that, oh, I just did this module, now this. The big one right now is Global Architecture GM products. Unless you are really good at doing some, hacking, GM modules are not used. If you're doing a global architecture vehicle, you're putting in new, period. And you're having to program it. Shop owners, you're going to need to get with the times and push yourself forward, push your shop forward. And I'm going to be talking about the technician side of it in Wednesday's video, so subscribe to see that one. Thanks for watching. I am the Flat Rate Master.